Very good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Friday, the 8th of August, 2025. Starting off, looking at the general synoptic picture, and you can see yesterday at lunchtime that series of fronts associated with the low pressure that didn't actually stop playing much yesterday, but we did have some somewhat low cloud and not a particularly brilliant soaring day. Overnight, though, that cold front has cleared to the east and was very much weakening as it did so, behind exposing a bit of space for this high pressure to begin to work its way up. And by lunchtime today, the high pressure is becoming dominant again, a little bit of a ridge coming up from down towards the Azores, but still a fairly significant low pressure system closer by out to the west. But we get some clear air here behind that front, and it should bring us some fair weather today, albeit a fair amount of top cover, which is going to be the deciding factor. Midnight tonight, much the same, and into tomorrow, we should have some reasonable conditions with an approaching cold front going through potentially overnight and leaving another good day on Sunday with that Azores high having arrived by the south coast. So on the sat pic, we can see here that top cover problem we were discussing. Clear to the north of us and quite nice to the Midlands with a lot of wave influence to sort of North Wales and up into Scotland, as you can see on that picture there. But a very actually fast moving jet of jet stream now moving that top cover along, as you can see, and that's going to continue coming in from the west. Hopefully that will start to burn off and be blowing clear by early to mid afternoon. Rain, very little on the radar to concern us, and if we were to run the Met Office predictions through, we would see here that there is nothing of concern to us all day and into the evening. Farmer Taff, we have 260 degrees, 8 knots with visibility greater than 10 kilometers and few clouds at 3,500 feet. And spot winds, we're looking to the south, 280 and 270 at 10 knots, and the north of us, 260, 15. So the typical trend there is going to be westerly between 10 and 15 knots. Surface wind, so looking at windy here. Across the airfield here, you can see there's a slightly northwesterly showing flow now, but generally we can expect a westerly breeze across the airfields straight down the runway, possibly even slightly from the south, with speeds around 5 to 8 knots. Not particularly gusty today, according to the local Met Office forecast, with excellent visibility later into the afternoon and still a reasonably high UV warning, so do take care as you normally would. Temperature-wise, looking at 22 in the warmest part of the day, according to the GFS, with a dew point of around 8. There is, just refresh that there, the webcam as of now, looking to the west, light westerly breeze, with a little bit of top cover present, but there's a fair amount of lowish level clag there. Expecting that to clear off fairly quickly and not cause us any issues today. And we're up to 15.3 degrees with a dew point of 12.8. Sky sight then, on the left-hand side, there's the excerpt from the potential flight distance. We'll just zoom that out. On the cover of it, looking actually very nice, quite a great deal of potential. Not sure how much that's taking into account of the top cover. As I said previously, that is going to be the deciding factor. If we look over to the right-hand side of the screen here with the point forecast, you can see that it's predicting high, some fairly thick high and mid-level cloud cover until lunchtime and potentially bluing out by about 3 o'clock. Some cumulus expected mid-morning to the afternoon, and then supposedly blue afterwards. Even though it is blue, SkySat reckons it's soarable up to about 4,500 feet above Lasham, with climbs ranging from 3 to just under 4 knots. Winds at height, according to here, we've got westerly about 12 knots, which is in agreement with the Met Office chart as well. Cloud distribution here for top meteor, starting at 9 local. We can see in our area that there is a fair amount of medium thickness cirrus, along with a little bit of lower level clag there, just showing. We run that through hour by hour. The low level stuff should burn off within the next hour or two. And top cover theoretically moving clear by about 2:30, 3 o'clock, which is in alignment with the SkySat chart as well. A bit of cumulus forming to the southwest, dissipating fairly quickly into the afternoon, and potentially not seeing any of that here. No TAMS, not a great deal to discuss. At 26 was Delta 132, the ash ranges. Up to the north at 32, that's the West Ilsley paragliding site where they're winch launching to 1,900 feet. Western on the green is no TAMS active, but that's not until later on this evening, so it's not a problem. And over 29, 24, and 20 are a series of paragliding ATAMs as well. 34 being the most significant, albeit quite far away. That's a temporary danger area, as there has been for the last few weeks. The Severn Estuary, and that's up to 1,400 feet, where they'll be testing beyond a visual line of sight drones. We'll move on now to the local element of the brief. Beginning with bladder allocations. There's one K21 today on book construction and another on the 5-day course. We've also got K21 assigned to the casual list and the K13 covering trial lessons. Number 4, SH3 and SH7 are on Merv's Silver and Beyond course, and we have 5 on the casual list with 1 instructor, so there is capacity for another instructor if somebody should be around and wants to do some flying. As always, the simulator is available as normal. And we have a small fly-in today from the Gliding Heritage Centre. We've got 5 light aircraft arriving by 9:30 local. They'll be landing 27 on the grass and parking outside the clubhouse where we often park the tugs. They'll be having a tour of the GHC, spending some time here, and then departing mid-afternoon, but it should be a non-event. Just be aware as you're towing the gliders out that there will be some light aircraft coming in. Reminder again about the Eboyan expedition. A couple of people have come up to me in the last day or so to ask if there are still spaces. You'll have to check with the office because there are not many, or there were not many left. So there are a few people thinking about grabbing those last spots. So don't dither. Go to the office and get yourself booked on. Got nothing to report today from 2XL. And in summary, some high pressure that's returned, bringing more settled weather. Fairly persistent top cover, but we're hoping it's going to clear by early afternoon. And we're expecting reasonable soaring conditions even underneath that top cover, with the possibility of some cumulus later in the morning. We can expect a moderate southwesterly flow or westerly flow across the airfield. And as we've said there, we have the GHC flying, and I think I can hear some of them just joining in the circuit now. We'll be operating runway 27 today, cables on the south side grass, and any requirement from a grid can be on 27 north grass. Please be ready when the cable or tug arrives, and do not land or taxi across the disused runways shown in red. Finishing off here with our airfield setup, with the winch in the usual place, winch from the south grass, air towing from the hard, and the grid on the north side grass. You'll see as well the GHC parking area that I've marked there outside the clubhouse. So don't be surprised if you see around 5 single-engine airplanes taxiing in towards there. That's all from me today. We'll see you out there very shortly. So have a good day and keep it safe. Thank you.